2-1, right?
Yep, 2-1. And I
2
thought
to
you were
1.
telling me that I was appreciated, Naka, and I was going to tell you that I don't really hear that much at home, so it meant a lot to me. Then I realized you were talking to chat. So.
Yes. But it's true, and we appreciate you as well. Byun is playing Terran.
Alright, his opponent currently up 2-1 after a fantastic game number 3. He's blue, he's Protoss, he is Classic.
I feel bad now.
About what?
About
Me not being appreciated at home?
yeah.
No, you were gonna say no. You started that yeah with the letter N. I heard it. Chat heard it too. It was like yeah.
Moving on.
Good idea.
Great idea. Okay, Proxy Planetary Fortress. We also haven't seen that.
We have not seen that.
No.
We probably won't see that.
We probably won't.
You know what we should do is we should offer a bounty in any of our show matches here. You know, maybe like a bounty for each race. So it'd be Proxy Planetary, a win with a Proxy Planetary for a Terran player. Give them a bonus of like $100. I don't. What would the equivalent be for Protoss, and what would the equivalent be for Zerg?
The Protoss would have to sewer mermaid the Terran, that's for sure.
Fair enough. Shout out to my good friend Florencio. Haven't seen him in a while though. I have lurked on his stream a couple of times.
What would the Zerg do? Yeah, what would they do?
I mean, because it's not like the proxy hatch. It's not the same level of commitment. It's
no.
But it's not the same level of commitment as proxy planetary.
I'm not
Chat,
even
feel
sure.
free to help us out. Yeah, I really don't know what the equivalent would be.
Because I mean, Zerg can do a bunch of business, but
yeah, I mean, it would have to be something like, and I'm not saying it would be this exactly, but something to the level of commitment of like.
Okay, you know what's intense?
Hatch.
If you play Zerg but win as the other race.
You mean with Neural Parasite?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now
yeah,
that
well,
I would double the price pool for.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be even wilder than Proxy Planetary. That might take some health damage here. Yep. 4 Marines will shoo that away.
Yeah, very standard game this time around, and it's gonna be a 1-1-1 from our Terran. Oracle. Both of our boys are playing it safe.
Yeah, I would expect this Oracle to make its way across the map. I don't think it's gonna sit at home there. It doesn't have any Phoenixes out with it, but we will find that out momentarily. Little battle here between the Marines and the Adepts. Looked like, was it 4 Marines, Nakamura? And only 1 Adept going down?
Well, let's find out. Battle report! Classic has killed 4 Marines, it's true.
There we go. Or 1 Adept. I have to say that favors Classic, especially when there's an Oracle coming across the map. But that being said, the Marines and the Hellion should be able to get into the mineral line here.
Whoa, they're actually pretty potent there, and great focus fire and kiting from Byun is making sure that 7 of them go down. Great. Almost 8.
Yeah. Damage on both sides of the map.
Oh, the Oracle goes down to the hidden Widow Mine. That was hot.
Yep. And here comes the second Oracle. Now, I was about to say there should be another Widow Mine, but actually the 2 Widow Mines are in the medevac, and they're going across the map.
Risky, but there's enough Marines to kind of get rid of this guy. It's just, it's a little awkward going around this ramp. There's a lot of little edges to path around. Third Nexus going down at the same time, and let's see what those Widow Mines can do. There are probably too many Adepts for them to burrow Symphonic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go into the main. Good idea.
There's a Phoenix there already. So I mean, 2 Phoenixes, as a matter of fact. Classic is just totally on top of his defense here.
Oh,
that being
the
said,
burrow!
he might actually take a shot.
7. Nice.
So clearly a caster jinx. I'm sorry to all the Protoss in the chat who are watching, because that was going fantastically for Classic right up until that shot, and that's the first time we've actually seen him take significant damage.
No, I like it. Do it
Unify.
against Symphonic, then we get a 2-2, and that way we're even closer to Game 7.
Yeah, I'll do my best. So we have racks 2 and 3 on the way for Byun. He will look to put pressure on. He does know about the third base of Classic. Looks like he's going to go for Sim and Combat Field simultaneously. Things are looking, to my eye, to be gearing up for a timing attack. As I said, most likely at the third base, but there are a lot of adepts that Byun is going to have to contend with, and these are Marines without Stim and without combat shields, not to mention the fact that there's still an Oracle with decent energy and 3 Phoenixes. I'm actually really worried for Byun right now.
All of those things are really far away, all those upgrades. The Phoenix Adept is showing his true power here. Marines have absolutely no chance against the Symphonic. This is likely gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's going to be very bad, especially with that depot down. The Adepts do get up into the main. They're killing a lot of SVP.
Man. Here come the lifts. Classic doing great with the micro.
Yeah,
even getting away from the...
It's going to be another one of those cases, Naka, where Byun technically holds, but he is just sustaining so much economic damage, and up against the Protoss that has 3 bases. Sim is just starting now, so it's not as though there's hope for an immediate counterattack or even any realistic chance at getting some counter damage done through harassment either. This is just a very difficult position for Byun, even though the supply doesn't necessarily reflect how serious it is.
But in a moment, there's going to be 8 gateways, so the production of Classic is going to kick in so freaking hard right now. He's also pretty much done making probes. Like, this third base is almost saturated, just moments away from it, actually. And so once that happens, it's pure units.
Yep. We're going to see the discrepancy in the supplies really take off here. As you mentioned, there are 5 gateways finishing up right now. So, not looking great for Byun at the moment. Not going to give up all hope, but he has to do something special to get back into this game.
Well, if one race can come back, it is Terran. Mules are pretty good, but are they this good? That was a really big attack by Classic. I feel bad for Byun.
Yeah, and even Classic just so on top of his game. He avoided the first. There we go. Okay, so he avoided the first 2 Widowmine shots, but he did take 2 others.
Yeah, hidden behind the refinery, that Widowmine was definitely up to no good. They're kind of like probes. They're guilty before proven innocent.
I'm okay with that. Classic just has so many forces here already at his third base. He has a cannon, a shield battery. These Zealots do have charge, or a ton of them. He has 21. He has almost 1 charge lot per Marine. 29 Marines right now, 21 charge lots. So this is going to be a very difficult attack to make work. If there's anyone who can do it, it would be someone with a micro of Byun.
Rough business being down supply so much, but the Widowmines against Zealots, that's a pretty good matchup usually.
Yep.
Phoenix number is not completely crazy either yet. A little unfortunate for Byun that there was the Observer here, so all of the Widowmines got picked up, but the Marines are getting fantastic value here.
They are. I mean, he's doing the best that he can. I think the issue is just the reinforcements. Byun has taken out a ton of these Zealots, but they just keep coming. And once again, we're kind of faced with that same issue, that same problem for Byun. He keeps going up against a player who, more often than not, has a superior economy. So once again, with the resources lost, Byun, they're almost dead even. Very slight advantage in Byun's favor. But even after he trades with the army, he doesn't have enough left over to push through and to damage Classic at his core. So Classic is going to be able to keep pumping out units if he wants. In fact, in this case, he's actually going to tech up.
Plus the extra base. Okay, good Widowmine hits again. Byun's gonna need a few more of those. The supply is really the only thing that he can keep up with at the moment. In terms of tech, Classic's ahead. In terms of army size, Classic is just about the same.
Yeah, and
Lots of extra workers though.
There's no third base in sight. I don't think we're going to see a third base. Even I would be surprised if we saw a third base even started for Byun. I wouldn't, I wouldn't even think it was a bad idea to just pull the SCBs at this point. You're going up against a soon-to-be 4-base Protoss. No third base anytime soon, and there we go. There are the boys right now.
Aha! Well, they're gonna be greeted by 2 Colossus, but without range, so there is
Right.
hope in that sense.
Yep, that is going to be the only hope there. If Byun can pull off the entirety of this attack prior to Thermal Lance, he's off to a good start. Guardian Shield is cast.
Hey, the
Some of
Widowmines get picked up. Oh. Not bad. Well, Classic did learn from his previous game, though. The shield battery is now here, and he can make that a super shield battery. Marauder's going after the Colossus. Dude, he can take this game.
This is unbelievable. The fact that Byun is even making a fight out of this is just wild. I'm worried for him that with the disruptors that are coming out, as well as the Phoenixes that still remain, I don't think he's going to have enough. But he did a heck of a job making a fight out of it.
Yeah, he's got nothing that can shoot up anymore, so just a few Marines really. Phoenix are doing a fantastic job here, taking down the Medivacs, and there's nothing left on the ground now. Chase all this away. Very little left for Byun. He's on 26 supply and taps out. Man, these guys are destroying each other.
Yeah, these are some brutal games here. Some very, very decisive games so far, with just like heavy engagements, lots of back and forth, and it kind of makes me wonder with what we saw there at the end. Would Byun have been better off if he would have pulled SCBs for that first attack prior to the Colossi, when it was just the Phoenixes and primarily charge lots?
Probably. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Either way, that was a really rough game, and I'm surprised Byun was even able to make a dent. It was really impressive that he could do it.
Yeah, it really was. I think, well, you put that same situation in even just like a decent Terran Pro's hands, and it's going to be a pretty one-sided fight there. But Byun microed his heart out, got as much value as he could possibly get, but he couldn't deal with the reinforcements.
Huge thank you to Army Man, who is supporting us on Patreon at level 7. Your contribution single-handedly covers one of our minor events every month. Our patrons enable us to make better content, host larger events, and to give more back to the community. Our next Patreon goal is at $300. It will allow us to maintain our current event budget. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.